description, whatever you understand about the HTML and the CSS. Kushi, what is the HTML? Let's start with the HTML. Tell me what is the HTML?
HTML is like markup language,
Okay.
and within which we can write anything within the HTML.
Yeah. HTML is a markup language. Okay, it's good. We whatever we write within the HTML, we just write within the HTML tag. Means this is the language with tag based. Means there is a start tag and there is a end tag also in our HTML. Okay, HTML is the most usable. You can say the most important language in the web application. Means if you are using PHP, whatever be the language, PHP, Java, .NET, every language you can say you need the HTML. Whatever you have learned, you need the HTML to create the web application or website. Actually, website is created in the HTML form only, but we just use the language how our website works. For that means the for the logics, for the requirement we use the language. So we are learning about the PHP. We use PHP within the HTML coding, or with the HTML coding, you can say with the HTML coding. Okay, HTML a markup language. There is a tags. There is the properties of the tags, different tags, different properties, different events. We will discuss about the events also. What is the events? Okay, events of our tags means the input tag. If you have the text box, yeah, text box have so many events. If you have the form, yeah, form has the so many events. If you have button also have the so many events. Events means if you click on the button, yeah, there is one event raised on click. Just remember there a simple one. A on click means event has been fired. Event, just take a real-time example. Whenever you click any button, so there will be a event has to be fired. Same as form. Our form, whenever our form is submitted, so before submitting, on submit is fired. We will discuss in detail about the event. Let's concentrate on our simple HTML programming. What is the HTML? Okay, Khushi.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to write the HTML coding, you have to write within the HTML tag. Okay. Within the HTML, there is a head tag also. Head tag is the informative tag. You can say that the informative tag. It just show the information. Okay. A body tag. Body tag, you can say a container. A main HTML tag comes under the body tag. Okay. Okay, Kushi?
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
the form tag. Form tag is also a container. It is basically used, a form tag used to just transfer our control from one form to another form. Means if you want to go from our login form to welcome form, you have to write within the property of our form tag action property. Within the action, you have to write welcome.php, a file name, just a file name. Okay. We already discussed about the property. These are the properties of our tags. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is our input tag. Input tag, a default property is text. You can write also a type, default property type is equals to text. Means if you just write within the type equals to text, then you will get a text box. If you write button, you will get a button. If you write submit, then also you will get a button. Okay, what is the difference between these two buttons? I'll explain you later. Okay, let's see the, yeah, this is our output. Whatever we have code in HTML, a simple HTML, this is our output. Okay, okay, Khushi, are you there? Khushi, are you there? Are you able to hear my voice? One second, let me check. Oh, Khushi cut गई.
Hello?
Yeah, Khushi, maybe call is disconnected. I don't know why. Okay, this is our output. Whatever we have code in HTML. Okay, Khushi, this is our output
Yeah.
in our browser. We just run that file, nothing else. Okay, what is in our file? A HTML, a pure HTML coding, nothing else. Okay,
Yeah.
could you tell me where is there any confusion regarding these coding or any query? What is that? Why is that? Any query you can ask me.
No.
No query? Okay, let's move ahead. Today we are going to see how we redirect from one page to another page. Means whenever my requirement whenever I click to save, then I have to redirect to another page or and click, yeah, let's see the welcome.php. Yeah, here is your URL automatically changes. Means we are redirecting from
Yasin,
one.
I cannot see Yasin.
Sorry, sorry, Khushi, I didn't get your voice.
I cannot see you.
Oh, one second, one second. Maybe there is a just a fluctuation of net. That's why I just logged out. One second, I have to just pause the video also. Please be online. We are discussing about the HTML coding. Okay, this is our code and this is the output of our code. Okay, okay, Kushi. Now, my requirement today we are going to discuss about how we redirect from one page to another page. I'll describe you what the logic behind that means. Your URL will be changed, your output will be changed. Means we will just execute another page. Okay, how we do that I'll explain you. And today also we will see how we get the values. Means if I just write anything in our text box, so I will get that value into the next page also. How we get that value? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay, let's start with the basic. I just removing all the starting HTML. And whenever I just click, HTML is now created. Now I just write the title, first page. You don't have to write, you just, it's a informative type. If you just set the blank, nothing, no error, nothing is there. Okay, I'm just writing for just information. Okay, now for redirecting means from one page to another page, we have to know about our form tag. What is our form tag? Okay, our form. There is a tag in HTML, a form tag. I start. We already discussed. Yeah, there is, if there is a start, there is also a end tag. Okay, this is the end of form. This is the just a start of a form. Okay, Kushi. Kushi, are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, this is our simple form tag. If we just run this form or this file, we will get nothing because we didn't just output nothing. Just a first page information on our tab. Okay. But we didn't just output anything. Means we just echo anything, or you can say we didn't take any tag which will show on the browser. We use the form tag. Form tag is a container. It will show nothing on our browser. The body tag. Body tag is also a container. It will show nothing on our browser. Okay.
Yeah.
There is nothing in our browser. Okay.
Mm.
Now, I just want a text box. A simple text box. How we get the text box? Kushi?
Input. Uh,
Yeah. The input tag. Because of input tag. Sometimes if you don't use the and also for input, you will get the same result. One second. Means input tag doesn't require the and. Okay. If you write the and also, this is a slash slash. Okay. Showing that this is the end of our tag. If you don't use, no matters. Okay. For this input
yeah.
only.
We
Okay.
don't have to add the tag like
Yeah.
input, also input and add the tag.
Yeah. We don't have to end that tag. You will get the same result. No changes. Okay. I just use a input type equals to tags. Means this is a input tag. Okay. And we just gave the type equals to text. So we get a text box on our browser. A simple text box. Nothing else. Okay.
Yeah.
I just write a simple string or character before this text box, so it will be print same it is. No difference. Same. Let's see. We will take the labels. I will describe you about the labels also. I'm just a simple thing. Name. Okay. If you don't write any word within the tag, then our browser will show that word as it is. Okay, Kushi? Because this is
Yeah.
not within any tag, so this is not a code of HTML, so it will just print as it is. Do you get the
Yeah.
point?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I'm just taking one another property of input tag name. Means I'm just defining a name of this input tag. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just defining a name. Any name. You can give any name. A user defined name. You can give any name. But this is the property. Name equals to, within the double quotes, you can give any name. I'm just using text 1 or no. I'm just using txt. Okay. Txt is
Mm.
look like a user defined. Okay. txt1. This is our text box 1. We just assign a name. Means why we assign a name, we will see later. Okay, in this session only. Why we assign a name. But just remember that we assigning a name that we can uniquely identify our text box. Means we can say that by using this, yeah, this is a txt1. Okay. You see, is there any confusion till now?
Mm.
Is there any
So
confusion?
what is what we if we write like you write again name is equal to text one.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it means we just code a text box. We just use a text box, and the name of that text box is txt1. If we have so many text boxes in our site or in our page, in this page, same page, how we just distinguish that text boxes? How we know which text box is which one? Means if we have so many text boxes without the name, just forget about the name. We have to encoding. We have to distinguish our text boxes. Means this is the one text box. This is the another text box. So that's why we have to give the name. Name property. Name is a property of our text. Now we will get the 7 text boxes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6 text boxes. We get the 6 text boxes because of 6 input. Okay, this is the first, and these are the rest of 5. Now I can say that in coding I can say that, yeah, this is our txt1 text box.
One text.
Okay, I can say that
Yes.
this is our txt1 text box, but I cannot distinguish these text boxes because I didn't give any name. Do you get the point?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just gave the name to distinguish our text boxes. Okay, Kushi?
Yeah.
Now, let's move ahead. Yeah, I'm just removing rest of all the text boxes using one text box and with the name of txt1. Okay,
Yeah.
now if I want to submit this form, I have to use a submit button. What is a submit button? Let's see. Input, same tag, input tag. If you write type is a property. It will just change if you write anything else. Means if you write text, then we will get a text box. If you write a submit, then you will get a button. Okay, let's see, is there button or not? Yeah, there is a submit button. We already discussed about that. Yeah, we don't have to write the value property. It automatically by default comes the submit with the submit. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so why it is on the browser? Because of this coding, because of this input type. If you give the type equals to submit, then you will get a button, a submit button. Okay, if
Mm-hmm.
you want to
Yeah.
change the text of button, means if you want to change, just you have to use the value property of input tag. You can give any name here. Means save. If you give the save, then a button text will be changed into save. You get the point? Here is the changes.
Yeah.
Yeah, now what we have done, we have just done, we use a form tag. Within the form tag I use two input tags. Input tag, with one input tag I just use a text box, and with the second one I just print, or I just use a button, a submit button.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if we want to change the value, we have to write value in another name.
Yeah, another name. If you want to say login, you want the login button, on your button, then you just have to change the gallery. You got the login on your button.
Yeah.
Okay, Kushi?
Yeah.
Is there any confusion till now?
No.
With the coding, is there any confusion? No?
No.
Okay. Now, I'm just concentrate on this. Every tag have the properties. Every tag has the properties. Okay? I already told you. So, these are the properties of input tag. I'm going to use the property of form tag also. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, first property, form tag. Use a most usable property, action property. What the action property does? Action property just redirect you from this file, current file, to another file. Which
Another.
file? Whatever we gave the name within the action, double quotes. Means now I will create another file, just give the name show.php. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I have to create that file. If you don't have, you have to create that file also. Okay,
Yeah.
now I just saving. I just want to create one. Before that, just see another property of form tag. No, that's enough. I'll tell you the another property later. Now I have to create that show.php also, because I don't have the show.php. Then what I will, if I want to redirect means our form is submitting to server. If I click on this, then not found error. Why? Because we don't have show.php. Just concentrate on this, just forget about this. Okay, I'll explain you
Yeah.
what is the question mark txt1 equals to blank. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay, Kushi, just concentrate
Yeah.
on this. Means this is our first page, a current page, html demo.php. If I just click on the login, so because of the our form tag, we redirect it to new page. Yeah, the show.php. Now it is not the html demo.php, but we get the error not found. Why? Because we don't have the show.php page in our folder. So let's create it. One second. A control N, html. I just, one second. I have to save that first. Okay, show.php. You can give any name. If you give any name, you have to write that name within the action property, the same name. If you want to run this page after redirecting. Okay, I'm just creating one another html. One second. html. Now html is created. Okay, I just gave information about this page. Yeah, the second page, a second one. Okay, now within the body, if you want to give anything, you can give. Just I just write the welcome. Okay, okay, Kushi.
Yeah.
Now I just refresh that. Yeah, and try to click again. Now I get the welcome. Why this is welcome? Because of this is string only, nothing else. Our HTML just show that string as it is, because we didn't use this string within any tag. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now if You just notice about this, the URL. Did you notice that? Means what is our current URL? Current, this is our URL.
Yeah.
Means we are running our file of study folder html.demo.php. Okay. Now whenever I click on the login button, then our URL has been changed to show.php. Just forget about this question mark and text. I'll explain you why it is coming. Okay. The show.php means we are now on the next, a second page. We just gave the title the second and just use a simple string, and our browser just printing as it is a welcome string. Is there any confusion? Tell me. Confusion? One second. Why we just redirect to show.php? Because of this action value. Okay. It's because of this action we just redirected from our current page to show.php.
Yeah.
Okay, Kushi?
Yeah.
Kushi, are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me, where is the confusion?
No. Until I don't do it, I don't have any confusion.
Sorry, I
I have
didn't
to do
get
it.
you,
I have
Kushi.
to practice again.
No, this is the simple thing. You can ask
Yeah.
me to revise that. I will revise that. Just tell me, did you get the coding or
Yeah,
no?
I get the point. Yeah, I get the point.
Okay. Now, we just redirect because of this action, nothing else. We just print in our first page a text boxes and a button. Whenever I click this button, our form is submitted. Let me define you what is going on. Submitted. Submitted where? Submitted to server. Okay. There is a difference between the submit and a simple refresh. Okay. Let's see. If I if I just refresh, means there is a refresh in our browser, but this form, our form is not submitting. Whenever I click on login, then only our form is submitted, and the process has been done of the form tag. Within the form tag, we just gave the new file
So
name.
without login, we cannot change the page.
Without login, no, you have to add submit button. You can use another button, but you have to use at least one submit button for that. Okay.
Yeah.
Without, if you have, if you don't have this, then you can't change or you can't process your this form. This form will be processed whenever you click on this login button or a submit button. Okay.
Yeah.
Now if I use just a simple button, input type equals to button. If I use just a simple input type equals to button and I give any value, go. Let's assume go. Okay. Now in the browser we will get a go button. Let me refresh 1 second. Yeah, there is a go. Okay. Within the form also, it is within the form also. But whenever you click on go, there is nothing has been changed. Means our form is not processed. Our form is not processed means our page is not submitted to server. Our page is not submitted. Our form is not processed. So there is no redirection. No redirected. There is no redirected. Okay.
Yeah.
So why? Because with the simple button we cannot submit our form. This is form, this will submit, this will process. Okay. Our form is not processed, so There is no redirect. If we click on login, same coding, I didn't change anything. If we click on login, then it will process, form processed, so our form submitted to server, our page submitted to server. So there is a action. Because of that action property, we will redirect it to show.php. Show.php. What is the show.php? Show.php is another page we have in the same folder. Okay, Khushi?
Yes.
Now, so this is the simple example of our form. One second. Of our form. Let me just remove this. I don't need that.
Can we write the form action after the input thing, or it has to be always before that?
No. We have to use the inputs within the form if we want to process that form with these inputs. If you use after the form, you're trying to say that if you use after the form that input a submit button, then let's see, we have two buttons with login. One is within the form and second one outside the form. Okay, if we click on this, nothing is going to happen because this button is not within the form tag, so our form tag is not going to process, so we are not going to redirect, our page is not going to submit to server. Okay, so there is three things happening. Let's see what the three things mean. Whenever I clicked, one second, I have to just remove that. You got the point? If you use the outside of the form tag, it will do nothing. Okay, there is three things. There is three things. Let's concentrate on the three things. Whenever you clicked, okay, whenever you click the login, yeah, I clicked on the login. This form will processed, means this form will process whatever with the coding within this form, whatever the property of this form. Now it just process that what is the action property of our form. Okay, so it will just redirected us to action show.php. Okay, before this our whole page means our total page will be submitted to server because of this process, because of the processing of this form. Our total page submitted to server, and after the calculation, whatever be the calculation, we can write the php code for the calculation, but after the calculation we will redirect it to show.php. Okay, is there any confusion? Means whenever we click on the login, our form processed, our page will be submitted to server. Okay, Kushi?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there any confusion? Any confusion you can ask me.
No.
No confusion? Okay, great. Now let's see one another property of our form tag. Before that, let's take a requirement. Now my requirement is whenever I click, just refresh that. Yeah, refresh. My requirement is whenever I click on this login, yeah, it's moving to another page. Okay, but I want to show the value of text box here. I want to show the value of text box here in the second page, show.php. Whatever the value given by the user or entered by the user, whatever the value, I have to show that value into our second page, means show.php, on the show.php. You get the requirement?
Yes.
Yeah, now let's see how we do that. See how we do that. For that, let's create the simple logic. I just tell you simple things means I want to just transfer this value to one page to another page. Okay, this is a simple logic.
Mm-hmm.
So if I want to transfer the value, so I have any method for transferring the value. Yeah, there is a method. There is two method to transferring any input type value, any other value from one page to another page means the HTML value, HTML tag value. This is the HTML input tag. Okay, user just input anything in this text box, and I want to just transfer that value to another page, so I have to use any one method. Okay, Kushi,
Yes.
a method for transferring input value, a simple thing. We have to use a method. Okay, let's see where we just write the method. We will write the method within our form tag. Means a method is also a property, a method property. A method, it is a property of our form tag, and we can use two things within the double quotes of method, either get or post. I'll describe you what is the difference between get and post, how we use that get and the post also. Okay, I'm currently in current scenario I'm just using the post method, a post method to just transfer value from one page to another page. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
now Dikushi, just give me 1 minute, please be online.
Yes.
सर अंदर चला जाऊँ, नहीं आ गई, उसी का क्लास चल रही है। Yeah, Khushi, are you there? Khushi, Khushi, 1 second. I just disconnect the call. Okay. Now I'm just describing about the method property of our form tag. Okay. So much noise. Okay. Are you able to hear my voice properly, na?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Now this is the method of form tag, or you can say the property of the form tag, a method. Within this method we will use either get or the post. I'm using post. I will describe you about the get also, and I will describe you the difference between get and the post. This is the most important topic of the PHP. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now of the PHP, you can say we will use this method also to capturing the value. This is the method to sending the input value from one form to another form. So there should be a we should capture that value also in the next form. So for that we will use the predefined global variables of PHP. Okay, I'll explain you, I'll code for you then. Okay, so just keep in mind, I'll just use the method equal to post Why? Because if the value is sending from one page to another page, there should be one method to sending the value. Now I'm sending the value using the post method. Did you get the point?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just use the method in within the form tag. Now let's see, is there any changes on our output? No, there is no changes. Okay. Now if I write something and click on the login, yeah, next page is there, but I didn't get anything on that page. I just get the previous value welcome. Why we are getting welcome? Because of this welcome, nothing else. Okay. Now,
So what is the meaning of post then?
yeah, I'll just show you how now I have to catch the value. Yeah, value is sent. Yeah, value is sent from one page to another page, but we didn't catch that value. We have to catch that value also. Okay, Kushi?
Yeah.
We just sent the value from the html demo.php to show.php, but we didn't catch that value and we didn't echo that value after catching. So we get nothing. Okay, Kushi?
Yes.
Yeah. Now let's see how we catch the value of input tags in the next page, which which are just sent by a post method. We just send the values using the post method. Okay. Now this is our HTML coding. Okay. We can use our PHP code anywhere. Anywhere means PHP. Oh, one second. Question mark PHP. Okay. But now this code is within the PHP. Now we cannot use the HTML code within the PHP tag. So I have to just close that tag also. Okay, you get the point?
No.
I can,
Why we cannot use within the
no,
PHP?
because if we just remove this means this is the means our PHP compiler just assume that this is the coding of PHP. But there is
Oh.
no syntax like that in PHP means the greater than column. It will give you error. Let's see the error. If I just refresh the show.php, then a parse error, syntax error, unexpected less than. What is the less than? PHP doesn't understand why we are using less than. Means our PHP compiler just assume that these all the coding in the our PHP language. But now this is not a PHP language, so we have to one second. Sorry, we have to close our PHP tag also. Then
Oh.
this will a independent code of HTML, and within this tag I will use the PHP code. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now let me just remove the welcome from here. I'm just echoing welcome from our PHP. Nothing else. I'm just echoing welcome. A simple welcome. This is the way in PHP echoing. Let's see the output is the same or not. Yeah, this is the same welcome. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I want to catch the value, which values I want to catch? I have to catch the value of input type, input text, and the name of that text
I think
of.
your screen is not working.
Yeah.
I cannot see your screen.
Oh, sorry. One second. Let me check why it is happening here. One second. Let me just. Just give me 2 minutes. Now, let's see where we are. We are on the show.php. What I have done, I have just echo the show dot within the show.php. I have just echo the welcome with the PHP code. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what is my requirement? My requirement is just show the this value of first page, our HTML demo page, to the next page. So I just sent the value, but I just didn't catch that value till now. How we catch that value? Let's see. There is one super global variable, or you can say global variable, a predefined variable of PHP, dollar underscore post. Once again, I have to use that in capital. Post. You have to write the post in capital. Okay. This is a predefined. We didn't define, the PHP defined that. An inbuilt global variable. After that, I just used a big brackets after the post big brackets, and within the brackets I just use single quotes. Okay. Now within the single quotes I just have to write the name of our tag, which value has been sent through the method of post, and we will catch that value using the name of the txt1. We gave the name of our text box txt1. Do you remember, Kushi?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kushi.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, what is the
Mm.
txt1? What is the txt1?
Is it first title? Title for the page?
No, txt1. I just used the txt1. The txt1 is the name of our text box. I gave the name of our text box just to identify that text box uniquely.
The box. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm sending all the input values through post method, so I have to catch that value. So I will catch by using dollar underscore post. Within the dollar underscore post I have to use the name of the inputs. Okay.
Okay.
Means this is a method, or you can say a super global variable, a predefined. Okay. Now if you want to catch the value of that input, you have to use the name of that input, which we earlier gave the name. The name equals to txt1. Txt1, the name of our first text box. We have only one text box, yet the name of our text box is txt1. Now what is my requirement? My requirement is I have to show the text box value into the another page. So I just send that value from one method. Yeah. So I have to catch that value. So with this super global dollar underscore post, post should be in capital. We catch the value. You can say we catch the values. A colon, sorry, a semicolon. If I echo, one second, let me echo. So let's see the output. What will the output? One second, I'll just get to next. Yeah, HTML demo. I just refresh that HTML demo. There is nothing in our text box. I just write my name and click on login. So with the welcome, I can see my name also. Why this name? One second. Let me just format our output with the br tag echo a br. Now name will be come after the welcome. Means in the next line. Let me show you again. Whatever you entered in the first text or in the text, it will show on the next page. This is the show.php. You can see the URL also. Now, Kushi, tell me where is the confusion?
No.
You can ask me, is there any confusion? Is there any query regarding $_post? Is that clear? $_post?
So everything we have to write on the first page to be on second page.
No, we have write these code in the second page. Show.php on the
Yeah.
show.php.
This we write on the second page.
Yeah, but yeah, first page we have to just use a simple means if you are going to just create a login page, so whatever comes in the login page you have to write in the our first page, okay? And
Yeah.
if you want to send the value from first page and second page you have to cache the value on the second page. You don't have to write this. If you remove this, then output will be the same because we didn't use the HTML coding in our output. It is blank.
Yeah.
Means, yeah. Now it is error. Why a form is not submitted? I just refresh. A form is not submitted. I just refresh. That's why there is no method to sending the variable. Means nothing. No value has been sent. That's why the txt1 is not recognizable. That's why it is error. If I just click my means if I submit the form, there is no error. I'm getting the Govind on the very next page.
Okay.
Khushi, did you get the point?
Yeah.
Means this $_post is used to capture or catch the value whatever we send from the first page. We use the post method. That's why we using $_post. If we use get method, then we will use $_get. Okay? Is that clear?
Yeah.
I will show you using the $_get also. Okay, Kushi?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, tell me, I want the last name also. This, let's assume that is the first name text box. I want a last name also. And last name text box, and I want to send that value to the next page and capture that value and want to the display that value too.
Yeah.
You get the requirement, Kushi?
We have to add the tag in the first page.
Okay. And
Another text box.
okay, another text box. Okay.
Yeah.
And
In front of we have to write last name.
yeah, within the form tag. Okay, within the form tag we will use the same thing. Means I'm just copying. Yeah, just copy and the paste. But I have to change here. Last one second. Last name. Oh, what I have done. One second. Name. This is our first name. Let's assume this is our first name. Okay. We use one text box and we use another text box.
Yeah.
First, two. Okay, and the last thing. But if we are sending this value from one page to another page, we have to capture that value, but we have to identify the uniquely which text box value we are capturing. So I have to give a unique name. Yeah, name. I should change the name of our second text box. You can use any name. Okay. I just use
Yes.
txt1 and txt2. You can use any name. First and last. You can use any name. Is there any confusion regarding this name?
No.
No confusion. Yeah, you can use any name, but within the name property of text box. Means in the next page we will just catch the value of text box 2 using this name. Means $_post within the brackets within the single quotes we use txt2, so we will get the value of text box 2. You got the logic?
Yes.
Now tell me again the coding. Tell me coding. Yeah, I'm just echoing whatever becomes. I just want to echo. Before that, I just one space. I want one space, not break line. Want one space. So I have to, yeah. This is the space. Now tell me the code to capture or to receive the value of second text. Let me show you. Is there second text box or not? First, let me show you. Yeah, there is a first name, there is a last name, and then there is a button. Okay, you got this coding? Is there any
Yes.
confusion regarding this page?
No.
No. Okay, comes to our second page. If we click on the login, then our form will be processed, our form page will be submitted and redirect to the next page. Now, comes to the next page coding. Now, tell me Khushi what I have to write to receive the second text value.
Is same thing like $post the text to?
Dollar underscore. I don't know. I will write whatever you have. You will say. Okay. And now a single code. Okay. Now tell me
Text to?
txt2. Okay.
Yes.
A semicolon for terminate the line. Is that
We don't
okay?
have to break the line. Yeah.
Sorry.
You don't have to write BR before text to.
BR, I just want to see the output like a first name space
Same line.
second name. I just want to
Okay.
just show the output first name. That's why I just space here. Means this is not a blank. This is with a space. You can
Space.
see the space.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is my requirement. Means I just want to name space last name. Now let's see the output. Is our coding is right or not? Just refresh that. Just enter my name, first name and my last name. Okay. Now let's see in the next page. Yeah, it is coming in the welcome message with my name Govind space Tripathi. Okay.
Yes.
So this is our second page and we are sending value using which method? We are sending the value of input types using which method?
EXT like that.
Sorry, which method we are using in this scenario?
PHP.
txt. No, txt is the name of our input text.
Text to.
Yeah, txt1 and txt2 is the name of our text boxes, so we will use that name to receive the value. Whatever the value has been sent by any method, we will receive that value using that names. But what is the name of our method? Just go to form tag and see the name of method. A post.
Okay.
Post is the method. By using the post, we are sending values of inputs from one page to another page. Okay, Kushi?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just tell me, is there any confusion regarding this dollar underscore post? Dollar underscore post is the a global predefined variable. This is a predefined variable is used to just receive or catch or get the values whatever we send from any post or get any method from our last page. Okay?
No.
Okay, Kushi?
Yeah. So we were writing this on our first page, right? Or second page?
A second page. This is our
Second.
show.php. Show.php means a second page.
Second page. Yeah.
Why we are using these code in second page? Because we just send the values from one page. So and we just redirecting to our show.php second page. We are redirecting on the show.php, so I have to write this coding into the second page on the show.php. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, is there any confusion?
No.
No confusion?
Mm.
Means we just use a HTML. Within the HTML we use a body. Within the body we use the form tag. Within the form tag I just create two inputs, two text boxes and one button using the input tag. And within the form tag we use two property of form tag. First one is first one is action. Action means within the action we will write the page name which we have to redirect it from this current page. And the second property is the method property means if we want to transfer or sending, if we want to send the input values from one page to another page, so we have to use any method. So we are just giving the method name the post. Okay, within the text boxes, the property we use the name. Why we use the name? We use the name for uniquely identify the text box. Okay, we use the name, same name, the text box name txt1. For first text box we use this name in the dollar underscore post to capture the value of that text box. Okay, now we
Mm.
use the submit input type submit because we have to use the submit type if you want to submit your form. If your form is submit, or you can see the process, then your page will be redirected one page to another page. Which page? Whatever you have given within the action tag. Whatever, if you give any other name, you have to, if that page if that page will be in your folder, in the same folder, then you will redirect to that page also. Okay, in the next page, very next page, we will use just a message echo, just a simple message, a br for next line, and we just use dollar underscore post, a global variable, a super global variable of PHP. This is the coding of PHP. The whole coding is the PHP coding. Okay, this dollar underscore
Yeah.
post used to just receive or capture the value whatever we send from the post method. We use the post method. Where we use the post method? Yeah, in the method property of form tag. We just write the post. That's why we are using dollar underscore post. Okay. So this is our simple coding of sending and receiving the values of input. Okay, Kushi?
Yeah.
I can use get also method, the get. Now I just use get method. Tell me where I have to change in the second page. If I didn't change, let's see the output also. If I didn't change anything, I just change the method name. I just change the method name. Okay, then I will get two errors on our second page. The show.php is our second page. I will get two error undefined index txt1. Undefined index txt2 means $post doesn't recognize txt1 and txt2. Why? Because we are sending the value of txt1 and txt2 using the get method, not
Post.
with the post method. So we have to write here
Get
what we
instead
have to
of
write?
post.
Get.
Yeah, instead of post.
Yeah, in place of post I will use, just remember that I have to use in capitals, dollar underscore capitals get or post.
We can't use the small letter.
Nah, we can't use the small letter. Let's see if we use get in small letter and one with a capital. Let's see the output. I just go back, just refreshed the value, just enter value again and login. Yeah, there is an undefined variable dollar underscore get means our PHP doesn't recognize dollar underscore get. It will just say that this is a one user defined variable and we didn't know about that variable. It will treat as a user defined variable if we didn't use in capitals. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to use in capitals. Let's see. Yeah, I just use in capitals. Within this is our text box name. Don't forget about that. Okay, text box names.
Mhm.
Now, if I just run this code again, then I will get the same output. Govind Tripathi with the welcome message. Okay, the same
Yeah.
output. Why? Because we just use the post method for sending data, and we use receiving using the super globals, the dollar underscore get. So we use the get method, so we have to use the dollar underscore get super globals. Okay,
Yeah.
now just concentrate on the URL. Where is our URL? Just see the URL. Within the URL, yeah, show.php is the page name. We just rewrite it. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
After this, there is a question mark, txt1, the Govin equals to Govin, and txt2 equals to Tripathi. Okay,
Yeah.
this is because of our get method. Means get method just transfer the value using URL. Means through URL. You can say the through URL. Get method used to transfer the value through URL. It will transfer value through URL, a get method our. If we are using the post method, let me just, yeah, control Z, undo that, and yeah, so I have to control Z, the post method. Okay, now let's see the
Mhm.
output. Let's see the output. If I have to just press that, change this, take places, the last name, and go. There is, after the show.php, there is nothing. No value, no variable value combination, nothing. Okay?
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So,
why this happened?
yeah, we will discuss about that. Means one thing you have to keep in mind, the get method means we are just sending the value. Okay. So for
Mhm.
that we have to use any one method. If we use post, then it will doesn't show anything in URL. If we use get, means get will send the values through URL. Just keep that in mind. I will describe you what is the differences between get and post, why the URL is showing like that. Okay, in our tomorrow session.
Okay.
Okay, just keep in mind that get method, if we use get method, then our URL have the values, nothing else. Okay,
Okay.
I'm just sending you file with the post method. Okay, we will discuss about the
Mm-hmm.
get method and the differences of the get and the post, between get and the post, in the tomorrow session. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, just tell me, Khushi, where is the confusion regarding today's session?
No confusion.
No confusion?
No.
Sure.
Yeah.
Now, just give a task. Just complete a task till tomorrow. I'm just sending the first name, last name. Just you have to send the contact number, email also. Two more text boxes. One for
Okay.
contact number, one for email. And just send, and just let me show on the next page all the four things: the first name, last name, email, and contact number. Okay,
On the second page, right?
on the second page. First page you have to show the two more text boxes. On the second page you have to show the information within the text box. Means this is the information of the text boxes. Whatever user written in the text box, we just receive that information. If we write anything else, we will get that in next page. Okay, same as
Okay.
just two more fields, email and the contact number. Okay,
Okay.
so this is the task for you. I will just see the task before starting the session.